Episode 2, Ford Maverick Quality. Great news, folks. Love to share this article. Barely any bad news with this. I've got to put my spin on it. But we've got Ford Maverick Quality being ranked second. Now, you probably are thinking, well, there's only 2 in its category, so you lose, Ford Maverick. But no. Oddly, Consumer Reports looked at the quality compared to, they put it in the mid-sized truck segment. So if I'm not mistaken, the Tacoma is a mid-sized truck. The Ranger is a mid-size truck. So really cool. Thank you very much, Ford Authority. Now that's a reliable source of information. So this article by Alexandra Purcell, hopefully I'm being respectful in saying that correctly. I'm trying at least. That's what counts. Intention. Now, recent article, and this is great. Because, and sorry I said Consumer Reports, my error, J.D. Power 2024 U.S. Initial Quality Study is saying that the Maverick is top-notch. They put it in the category Santa Cruz here. Let's see, the Santa Cruz, they got outranked by the Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz came in first for initial quality, but it got put in the mid-sized pickup truck segment. So this is fantastic. That means initial quality is now better than, the Nissan Frontier, and the mid-size truck category should also include the Tacoma, because the Tacoma is not a full-size truck. So really cool. Now, I don't like studies that base themselves on a small sample, but this is a good sample here. The 2024 J.D. Power IQS is based on responses collected from 99,144 purchases. Direct quote from Ford Authority, so you can get the full story at Ford Authority. And this was after 2024 model year vehicles after 90 days of ownership. So that just means that when people are buying their Ford Mavericks, they're not driving away with them and within the first 3 months going, oh my goodness, I've got this problem and that problem. That's not what's going on with the Ford Maverick. It's going down well. It's going down smoothly. Now, most of the issues, and I've mentioned this before, I even have this. This was a 2019 U.S. quality study, and Ford was, well, fourth. Ford was fourth. And that was great and not world changing because, well, most of the problems that people have are with infotainment, features, controls, and displays, driving assistance, interior, powertrain, seats, driving experience, climate, and unspecified. That's basically everything gets looked at, gets considered for, being not reliable, problematic, low quality. But most of the problems, J.D. Powers has said it before, Consumer Reports has hidden it further down, and many pages later in the report, most of them have to do with the infotainment or Bluetooth, the cell phone connecting with the car. I work in this industry, and I can tell you most of the time that there's an issue, it's with the cell phone itself. It hasn't been reset, turned off, and turned back on in like many, many months or ever, that there's maybe 90 or 100 pages open in the background and they don't know, so the phone is overburdened and it just can't take anymore, so it just doesn't communicate with the vehicle. It almost never happens to me that it's the actual vehicle. It has almost always been that the issue is with the phone. So the bad news is the value of, in my opinion, the value of these surveys, it's good. It's all about, how frustrated will you be with the vehicle at first. But it's a little skewed because the more technology a brand has, new technology, the more issues there's going to be. If you sell a ton of, let's say, standard Toyota RAV4s, and the standard Toyota RAV4 has like very low level, let's say, like in 2018 it had very low, many of the RAV4s in 2018 that were sold, the systems for, the Bluetooth and connecting with your phone and what it could do with your phone and Google Maps and all this, it wasn't that great. Or the standard model is just that there wasn't anything there. So the vehicle was just so standard that people wouldn't have those issues, often related to their cell phones anyways. So it helped certain companies kind of look really good on paper, but in reality, it's because you're getting less, or the majority of the vehicles that were sold within that segment were offering less. So mixed feelings. Just wanted to share that all with you. I do really like the Maverick, and I do have to conclude with some really good news. The really good news, is that Ford quality overall in 2024 is a lot better. Ford was affected by, the plant closures, having to have 6 feet distancing between people, and all the last minute changes that the pandemic brought. Ford had to adjust to, and quality globally went down. Manufacturing across every automobile manufacturer went down. So my general advice is I wouldn't necessarily really buy a 2020, 2021, 22, or 23 of almost any brand. A mid 23 build or a late 23 build, fine, no problem. But more so 2020, 21, and 2022, those are the models that I would avoid. At Ford, they had more issues with reliability during that time period. The production, the assembly, the manufacturing, overall, the quality went down. So I'd much rather get a brand new 2024 or a 2025 than a used 2022 at probably a much higher interest rate. So that's my big piece of advice to save you thousands if you're currently in the market shopping. So Ford Maverick quality, now very good, and maybe the damage is already done. Let me know in the comments section. Have you heard a lot of negativity about Ford Maverick quality? It was affected. It was a new model coming out right during that the whole pandemic, microchip shortage, all the trouble with having to space workers out. Someone coughs or sneezes, and boom, they're gone. They're out of the factory for a week or two. So everyone, including Ford, had trouble adjusting with that. It's even harder when you have a new model coming online. So I'd much prefer to buy a 2024 or 25 Maverick than get a used 2022 Maverick. Generally, look at a used Bronco. You'll probably pay 9-10% interest rate on a used Bronco. And if you buy a brand new 2024 on 5 years, you've got 0.99 financing. That's incredible. That's the deal to jump on. So that would be my advice. Don't buy the 1 or 2 year old used vehicle at a higher interest rate. Get a new vehicle, whether it's Ford, Audi, BMW, Lexus, Toyota, whatever manufacturer interests you. Don't get the 1 or 2 or 3 year old model, get a new one. So that's episode 2. You can get more information because we're going to be now, if you stay tuned during the live or if you catch the video up here or right there, wherever the video gets offered, we're going to be talking about actual Ford models that are coming out for 2025. So we've previously covered 5 models that definitely aren't coming out for 2025. Now we're going to be talking about changes, new models and changes to current models that you will be excited about, that you will like, that are coming out, that, we'll talk about the real deal. So we've covered the Don't Be Fooled here at Johnny's Car Care and Reviews. Let's jump into episode 3. So episode 3, don't be fooled about new Ford models. We previously talked about 5